Hello, Ramley, another NFL family. Payouts, I'm here, your Canadian Rams fan. Feel free to like and subscribe to this video. We are talking about 5 concerns that the Rams have for this upcoming cross-coast, across the nation. They're going from LA to New York to face the New York Jets. And here we're talking 5 concerns. This is written by Cameron De Silva of the Rams Wire. LA's 5 biggest cause for concerns in Week 16 with the Rams versus Jets. And he says, generating pressure against Aaron Rodgers' quick release, Breece Hall's versatility, long road trip with an early kickoff. Okay, yeah. Winning against Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed. Yep. And number 1, covering the Jets' outstanding wide receivers here. So we're gonna talk about it here as we kind of address each of these concerns. Some of them I think I'm more in agreement with others. I think it's valid to bring up all of them, but the first one here, let's start number 1 and we'll work our way back down. So covering the Jets' outstanding wide receivers, he says, the Rams have faced some great wide receivers already this season, but the tandem of Garrett Wilson and Davante Adams might be top of the list. Wilson is a young star at the position, and Adams remains one of the best route runners in football, especially when he lines up in the slot. So, I totally agree. Davante Adams and Garrett Wilson are great wide receivers. And right now, Davante Adams coming off a huge performance. We know him and Rodgers have that chemistry that was, built in the labs of Green Bay and Lambeau Field, the freak science lab there to get, Rodgers and Adams having the career that they've had. I'm optimistic that the Rams have 2 ways to kind of combat this. And the first one I'm going to combine, because if we go further down for talking about generating the number 5 concern, generating pressure against Rodgers' quick release. So getting pressure on Rodgers eliminates both these concerns. So the fearsome 24-some, if you will, of Byron Young, Braden Fiss, Kobe Turner, and Jared Verse, and other rotational players like Michael Holt, Bob Brown, all that good stuff, they got some work to do. And I think that Kel Weatherspoon and Jarius Williams had a great game against the Niners. This is different. You don't necessarily have the same, wet elements. It is said it's going to be a colder game, so there's that, concern. But I don't think that the elements will help the Rams defense out in the way that it did against the Niners. This concern, these 2 concerns really can be fixed if the Rams front 4 gets pressure on defense. We say this, often football is won in the trenches. Would love to see Jared Verse have a big game and add to his Rookie of the Year campaign. And Braden Fiss, keep reminding people you were not overdrafted. People wish they gave up all that they, what the Rams gave up to get you. Excited to see that happen. Number 2 here, winning against Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed. So these are 2 corners that have had an up and down year. Let's say what it is. Sauce Gardner gets a lot of hype, but he's had a couple of really good games recently. Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp are different, though. They are tacticians at the wide receiver positions. They're very physical. And he points out here, it's going to be tough for both Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp when they match up against New York's top 2 cornerbacks, which could lead to Matthew Stafford targeting nickel corners, Isaiah Oliver often in coverage. So I kind of disagree with this point. I think what the Rams can do in pre-snap motion, and just McVay is so good at setting players up for success. I see Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp having a good day. I don't know if it's like record-setting day, because I think Kyren Williams is going to have a good day against this Jets run defense. But I think that there is an opportunity here for Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua to have a good day against some good corners. It's going to be fun to watch. but I do think that Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed have not faced a tandem of wide receivers such as Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp because they are physical. They'll be able to, match their physicality, and they're also just such tacticians right on the gridiron. Okay, this one here, the long road trip with an early kickoff window. So the Rams have played. They beat the Patriots in that same situation, early window, long road trip there, and I guess they had a similar when they played the Bears. I don't know, that was a concern, but I'm optimistic the Rams can pull this off, though. I think that they're in the best. They're playing their best football late in the season. That's what you want. We'll see. I'm not overly concerned about this, but again, it is a long plane ride, jet lag. That's a thing, I guess. So he brings up an interesting stat here. Since 2017, the Rams are 11-3 in early games in the Eastern Time Zone, but they're just 1-3 in games where the temperature at kickoff was 35 or below. Really interesting point. Really interesting point. So since 2017, that's when McVay, showed up. So yeah, we'll see how much of a concern that is, but I think this is going to be a higher scoring game. I think it's going to be a fun game, and I'm looking forward to my watch party for it. I hope you all come and join me. Number 4, Breece Hall's versatility. So he's a good running back. Saquon, he points out here, Saquon Barkley and Alvin Kamara both put up huge numbers against the Rams this season. They have to be careful to not let Hall follow suit. On Sunday, he's one of Rodgers' favorite targets, and if he finds a crease as a runner, he can break off big plays with speed. This is probably the biggest concern I have out of these 5 concerns. That mainly because if Breece Hall is having a big game, it's keeping Matthew Stafford off the field. The Jets would be winning time of possession. They'd be converting on third down. Those basic things you want your football team to do to win the game. So yeah, this is a concern. This is something that you're hoping that the Rams will be able to disrupt this Jets offense flow early and not let them get Breece Hall going, and hopefully make them one-dimensional by the third quarter. That's kind of always the goal. And then we already talked a little bit about this, but generating pressure on Rodgers and his quick release. He talks about how Rodgers gets the ball out of his hands quickly and efficiently, which not only allows his receivers to make plays, but also neutralize opposing pass rushers. According to Next Gen Stats, Rodgers' 2.64 average time to throw is the 5th quickest in the NFL. And yeah, that's a concern. And I think if he is gonna get the ball out quickly to neutralize the Rams pass rush, it's really important that the Rams are collapsing the pocket early, making Rodgers throw, some throws he doesn't necessarily want to throw, right? Don't let receivers develop their quick routes. So definitely something to consider in this game. Again, at the end of the day, I think this game is going to be a fun game. I think the Rams are going to win it. And I'm optimistic that the Rams will be able to, stay on the field, especially if this offense is humming on all cylinders. And I think Kyren Williams has a big game. To me, he is, going to be the best player on Sunday. I think that Kyren Williams is an underrated running back. He does not get the respect he deserves from most NFL media and NFL fandoms. And I think he has a statement game. It would not shock me if this is like a 3-touchdown game for Kyren Williams. So anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thanks for staying to the end of the video. Hope you all enjoyed it. And come join my watch party tomorrow for Rams versus Jets. And as always, go Rams, horns up, and peace out. Let's go Rams. Woo! On the road to 4K. Hopefully getting there before the end of 2024. Like and subscribe.
Thank you very much.